For EP, climbing walls and handholds is our business, but that's really not why we're here. We're here to enrich people's lives and introduce climbing to the world. We know that once somebody gets an opportunity to go indoors and climb on a climbing wall, that they're going to be hooked and they're going to be a climber for life.
Welcome to Hamilton, Ontario. My name's Adrian Battersby and it's a pleasure to bring you the coverage here of the IFSC World Cup from Toronto. We're actually just an hour away from Toronto, but this is the location for the 5th IFSC Bouldering World Cup at the Gravity Climbing Gym. We've got all the top stars in the world have come here, and of course it was an Austrian double last year. Will Killian and Anna take it again? Well, they've got some serious competition here. We're going to join the semi-final stage here in Toronto. Welcome to Toronto. We're here live. It's 10 to 11 in the morning, and that's nice to have a horn so early on. I woke everybody up in the arena, and we are live here at the IFSC World Cup. This is stop number 5. We're going to have a quick look at the start lists, and we're going to have a look at how they qualified. This is a different way of looking at it, which I think you'll agree is a slightly better way, because you can actually see how they performed during the qualification. Rustam Gelmanov, Russian, at the number 1 spot, completing all of them fairly comfortably, as did Sean McCall. There's a lot of very excited Canadians running around here. Very happy seeing Sean, one of only 3 athletes to clear all 5 problems. Killian didn't have such a good start on problem number 1, but no problems further on down the line. And you can see further down there, a few athletes. Nice to see Australia, Thomas Farrell, who qualified through. So we have 2 Australians in the semi-finals here. And from Latvia, Roland Rugens. Lots of different countries, as always in the IFSC World Cup these days. Incredible the number of countries that are spread. And going on to page 2, as we go down, we've got again Australia, James Casey, and quite a few Korea as well. Yongwon Chon of Korea doing well. Tyler Landman, his first ever World Cup where he's actually travelled. This is only his 3rd World Cup. A real star athlete. He made the final in Vail 2008. My last commentary was in Vail 2012, and Tyler there, he just made the semi-finals, dipped out in the semis. Well, he's made the semis here, and as you can see, Kokoro Fuji just squeezing in there with 2 problems in 6 attempts and 5 out of 6 on the bonus. And now if we look at on the bubble, 21, Tamura Narasaki, who didn't qualify, actually did exactly the same in terms of problems. 2 problems in 6 attempts, but it was his bonuses. He had 1 extra attempt at the bonus, and that cost him a place in the semi-final. Well, that's the men's side of things. Let's have a quick look at the women. And this is how the women qualified. Now the women, I think you can fair to say, some of the top women found it fairly easy out there. They had a good time, and lots of problems, lots of ticks all the way through, all of them clearing all the way through from start to end. No worries whatsoever. The famous 5 made it yet again. Verm, Puccio, Coxey, Stöhr and Noguchi. And of course, those are the 5 who we would all expect to be qualifying for the final, plus 1 other. And could it be Sol Sa from South Korea, who's had a tremendous start, and she finished top after the women's qualification. On to page 2. These are other athletes who qualified. So 11 athletes in total, got all 5 problems fine. And speaking to the chief route setter here, Chris Danielson, and he was very happy the way the women's competition went, and the men's competition as well. Fair for it to say. And you can see here there's a few. Megan Martin from the United States in 20th place. 2 problems out of 12 attempts. And if we go to the 3rd page, you can see that the person in 21st place actually only solved 1 of the problems. So I suppose you could say a fair cut-off in that respect. And we'll go to page 4 as well, just to for completion's sake. 40 athletes in the women's competition and 41 in the men's. Now we're down to the final 20. We're going to be starting in about 4 minutes' time. And just before we start, we just thought it'd be a good idea to catch up with one of the interviews we did yesterday. We did quite a few different interviews yesterday. Here's one of them. This is an interview we did with Anna Stöhr, a person who's really been dominant on the IFSC World Tour over the years. And this is what we had to say to her yesterday.
Well, I always liked to join the youth cups since I made a lot of friends from all over the world, and that was really interesting for me being such a young girl. And we always had a good team of Austrians climbing or traveling to those events, so it was always fun also to travel along with the team. And yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. In 2006, it was Grindelwald, which of course we've seen on the tour again this year, that gave you your first gold. And you know, that must have been a fantastic, because she was still so young as well back then, you know, and to be so young to take a gold, you know, did you realise that, you know, this is the start of something big?
Well, I was 18 at the time, and for me it was overwhelming. I've been climbing at the circuit for a little bit. I mean, I joined the first international event in 2004 when I was 16 years old. Actually, I wasn't allowed to join the lead team of Austrians, so they decided I'm the youngest, I should go bouldering instead. And that's how I entered the European Championship in bouldering, and I took silver. So yeah, it was just overwhelming, and like I didn't really know what was going on. I just remember from that comp in Lecco, I couldn't stop smiling.
Yeah. That's incredible. I never knew that. So you actually wanted to lead climb and you couldn't get into the team. They wouldn't let you compete, so you did bouldering instead.
Yes, exactly. When I was young, there were no bouldering comps for youth, so we always did lead. And also for Lecco, I wanted to do lead initially, but the federation decided since I was the youngest, I should do bouldering because I have a lot of time to do lead.
That's amazing. I am truly shocked. If there's one thing from this interview I've learned, I just never realised that happened. And back then you had people like Sabine and Barbara Backer who were in the Austrian squad, and they finished in 5th and 6th in that particular competition. So that just goes to show what you said, that there was a real team spirit in the Austrians.
Yes, exactly. I think the team spirit always helped me along a lot, because when I see Alex, for example, who always has to go to the comps by herself, I think that's admiring, because I'm not sure if I would be able to do that. I mean, we always have a lot of people on the team. We have a coach, we have a physio. Now, I mean, it has been different. When I was still younger, we didn't have anything like that either. We also went to China on our own, but now it's, we made a lot of steps in our Austrian federation, and it helped me a lot.
That's one thing that's been really noticeable, that you guys are so professional and looking after your bodies in between events, and obviously you have fun as well. I saw you with your skateboard earlier, but you know, that is one big difference, isn't it? That now things are much more professionally run behind the scenes.
Yes, definitely. I mean, when I started off, as I said, we went to China on our own. We didn't have a coach, we didn't have a physio, and we also needed time to progress. And since, for example, Kilian was the first Austrian to take gold and to achieve good results, and then Angie came and I did, and yeah, so it all came together, but it took some time, and now we are definitely...
Well, perfect timing, because the first two athletes are out on the course, and it's Megan Martin from United States and Kokoro Fuji of Japan. So the ladies, Megan's not messing around here. She's straight up there. Of course, these athletes haven't had a chance to look at this. Oh, what a start for Megan. They haven't had a chance to look at this particular route as yet. I love this camera angle. We've come in very close to these particular problems. Fuji's handling this. Oh, look at the strength on Fuji there. That's tremendous strength. And Martin just goes down. Well, what a start for her. These are the 20th ranked athletes. And they'll be very pleased to, you know, in all rights, in theory, these athletes shouldn't actually top any of the problems in 20th position. So it's a bonus for them, pardon the pun, to actually get any top. And Fuji looks as if he's really close. Oh, he's made it! Absolutely! Oh, no way! I can't believe that. He did all the hard work. And was he just showboating at the end? I can't believe he didn't make that. Oh, and he looked back at his coach there. we've discussed, I really think he just switched off, and there's some real inexperience there from Fuji. He's only 21 years old, from Hamamatsu in Japan. He's not been competing. He started in 2012 competing. In fact, was doing a little bit of lead to start with, and then went over to Bouldering in 2013. He made one final in Baku this year, and has made a couple of semi-finals also in the past few years. So he's not a consistent finalist. He's certainly given his arms a good rest here. Looks at the clock, still plenty of time to go. Oh, what a start by those, but both athletes here. And the crowd, well, the crowd here in Toronto are something special. They don't need a lot to get themselves wound up. Martin does that good move again. Martin definitely very good shoulders on her. You can see she's very powerful upper body. And that reach across she made look easy, and again it was just that move. And that's where she went last time. And for Kokoru Fuji, well, this is frustration for him, because he knows he's already done this once. And here he is. I think this is his third attempt now. This is lovely. Gamba indeed. It's great to see so many of you online. Do come IFSC, hashtag me, IFSCWC. I am watching, and I'm Mocha B, Sport Climbing Australia. Nice to see you all watching. Fuji. He's made that awkward little move there, and now this is the next spell. Oh, now he just needs to get his left foot settled. Oh, this time he does it. Well done, Kokoru Fuji. Well, he'll be very happy there. He should have done it in one. So our cameraman now can concentrate just on the female climber. Excuse me, I've got the coughs here a little bit. If you hear me turning my mic off, there is an incredible amount of dust here, I've got to say. Not at the moment, but we are in a very sort of tight enclosed space, and we do have two great big 1 minute whistle goes. And we took a bit of video yesterday actually. It was almost like a snowstorm at times we had around here. So we can close in a little bit. And let's see how this is the difficult area. This is where Megan Martin has not managed to achieve it this time. Brilliant! Oh. Well, Kokoru Fuji will be very happy second. Megan Martin's going to have one last try. Come on, Megan. Nice to see North America so well represented in this event. Well, Megan Martin gives that one up. This is only her third World Cup. She came 13th in Toronto last year, and in Munich last year was 45th. So she qualified for the semis last year here, and this is only her third actual World Cup. Right, next time around, Meo Kotake of Japan, and on the right, Robert D'Anastasio of the United States.
Come on, Rob. Come on, man.
D'Anastasio, this is only his third World Cup. In fact, it's the first one outside of Vail. He competed in Vail 2010 and also 2013. And I like this angle from this camera. This is a nice view. In 2010, his first World Cup. Ooh, careful. He came 14th, reached the semi-finals. So only his third World Cup overall. You can see the Kotake as well. Okay. She's just having a little rest and having a look up. Kataki has only competed in Chongqing so far this year. So here's Kataki. She competed in Log Dragamo in 2013 in Innsbruck, finishing 45th and 41st. And in Chongqing, she was 23rd. So this is her first semi-final, and having real trouble with that. She's trying to sort of not use the two orange holds. They're like a pair of eyes looking out of you, and she's trying to sort of do the jump directly up there, which is not the way, as we've seen with Megan Martin. That's not the way to do that particular problem. Anastasio, a very long-legged American. We don't have a height profile.
Yeah, come on, Rob.
30 years old, this American, so he's obviously an experienced climber. Oh, and we have a problem here. I think a holder's come away.
That's interesting.
Well, maybe that was just a bit of tape. We're going to see what happened there. Something definitely came off the wall. As Kataki, she's definitely having real problems with this one. 17 years old from Hokkaido in Japan. Japan have brought a young team out with them here. There are quite a few athletes who don't normally travel. There's no Momoko Oda here. Of course, Akiya Noguchi is here. She's going for the big title at the end of the year.
Come on, Mike. Gamba, gamba.
So Kataki. Right, this is better. Right, this is it. This is how you do it. Now, it's this little move across.
Come on.
This requires real strength and nerve. You can see we're going to have a delay here, so there is going to be an issue. There's 1 minute to go, but I can see that the ladders are out ready, so it looks like we're going to have a very early stoppage in this particular semi-final.
Come on, Mike. Come on. Hit it.
Kataki just cannot reach across there, can she? Well, she's 17 years old. Got a lot of years left in her. Certainly her shoulder, top half body strength is not as good as the previous girl, Megan Martin, that we saw. And unfortunately, it's that particular asset that Kataki needs. And Anastasia is making a progress up here. Now this is where he came off last time. Oh! With 5 seconds to go, he comes off, and I think we're going to have a look at this. This is the emergency team around.
Julia Kruder.
Right, I don't know what they're now. They're putting something back in here very quickly. Now Megan Martin is on problem 2 with Hokoya Fuji, and we've got Yulia Kruder and Vasya Borotnikov of the United States. That's not a very United States type name. Some Russian father in the background there, perhaps, or mother. So we'll start split screening this a little bit more now, so you'll be able to see both 1 and 2 at some stage. Our director here is Johnny, doing a fantastic job on all the graphics. And it is great to be back commentating here. And seeing so much knowledgeable. It's a couple of years since I covered an IFSC event. I've been covering a lot of other sports, and I've always been keeping in touch with climbing. It's been fantastic viewing. Fuji, oh, well, no problem there. That needs switching around. That was problem 1. That was Borotnikov. Just, I think he flashed problem when we actually didn't see him going up there. Here's Kruder on the left-hand side from Slovenia. So great start from Borotnikov there. But I was just saying that it is great to see how busy Twitter is as well with the IFSC WC handle. I am keeping an eye on that. So nice to see Alexander Kasper in there, and Cindy, Scott Bay, Red Bull giving us a mention. Nice one. And good to see so many big climbing fans out there. Megan Martin pushing hard on 2. You just can't see what she's doing here. We need to come back a little bit. You can't see either athlete, to be honest. And Kruder doing well on problem 1. The cameramen are able to reference the big screen actually, so they're able to see. Two minutes 40 to go on the clock. Now we do have some sort of live scoring set up as well. We've been tweaking some of the software behind the scenes, and IFSC obviously have a very sophisticated computer system in there. We've actually managed to get the keys to the safe, and we've got some good information coming through directly from the IFSC live scoring. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to bring up some live scores on a little bit more regular basis, even just in between changeovers, or if we have a quieter spell. Not that you get much of a quieter spell, to be honest. During semis, it's usually pretty mad. We've only got lots of people climbing. 4 shortly. Here we go. Oh, what a move! Fuji makes it 2 out of 2. And what a start. He's halfway through the course. And he is looking good. 2 tops in 6 attempts for Fuji. And 2 bonuses out of 3. He is looking good. Borotnikov, I can confirm, did flash that particular problem. Looks like Kruder is just having a little sit down and a rest. She's going to let the clock go down. Of course, once the clock gets to 0, your time is up. It's not like the final where you're allowed to stay on. So Kruder has to give herself enough time to get to that top. You can see the bonus hold. And of course, I've just realised that it was a bonus hold that came off with the previous climber. So now that bonus is actually part of the men's bonus. You see it in the top right-hand corner of that left side of the picture. Do you know what I mean? The women's bonus is it's the one that Kruder is just about to go on. She can hold on to that. That's her bonus. Oh, that's so close.
Come on, Megan. Come on, Megan.
Kruder having one last go.
Next for the men, we got Tyler Langman from Great Britain and Neo Monaka from Japan.
So here we go, next lot of names. It doesn't stop round here, and it's Tyler Landman, 23-year-old from New York with a GB name. We actually did an interview with him yesterday, and we'll be putting that interview up a little bit in a little while. And Miho Manokas. We need to just pull out a little bit on one. Okay, we're just having a slight camera issue with our person on number 1. We'll just go and sort that out shortly. Tyler Landman here, he's only competed in Vail before, 2008. He reached the final. Not bad for your very first climbing event on the IFSC World Cup, is it? And he was semi-finalist in Vail 2012. I remember seeing him there. He was very disappointed with his performance. Really felt that he should have made the final. And he's a very confident young man. He's made the bonus easily enough here. Can he make that transition through to the next? This man really is one that he doesn't travel a lot. He's got a very busy life and living in the United States. He just does a lot of leisure climbing. And he's off. Just feeling his knee a little bit there. Miho Nanoka, another 17-year-old from Japan, from Tokyo, and this is her third Bouldering World Cup. She actually competed in lead in 2013.
Yeah, here we go. Come on, Rob.
Oh, she's doing well here. She's made that transition beautifully. Oh, superb. Oh, can she make it? Oh, no way. She did 95% of that, and it was the final. That slab does look as smooth as a baby's bottom up there, and I think there's not much grip on it at all. So for her to, it's not easy for that reason. There is a vast variety of orange holds there, some of which are very, very smooth. There's the pair of eyes that are looking out of you halfway up that particular route, and then there's the one right at the very top. So far, Kokoro Fuji, 2 out of 3 on bonuses and 2 tops. Volotnikov looking very good with his flash so far, and the only problem is his space. So a very good start for the man from the United States. Here's Nanoka. Now that's the one that her compatriot could not handle. Pataki definitely couldn't do that one, and Nanoka, she's getting up there beautifully. 1 minute to go. Now this is the one where she missed out before. Oh, superb! Just gets her feet right. She's got to get both hands on. She's not happy. Oh my goodness! Come on, girl! Come on! Oh no! You have to have control. What an effort from Nanoka. Tyler Landman now.
Come on, Mike.
And he's not looking good. He keeps looking at his knee. I think he's having a bit of a, he may have a slight injury issue there. He keeps looking down at his knee. There you see, yet again, and whether he's hurt his knee in qualification. It looks like the others are all calling it a day as well. So,
Coming up, we have Petra.
we're now going to go to 3 problems, I believe. So it starts getting exciting, and watch your own favourite athlete, choose your own camera.
From Korea.
There we go. These are all 4 problems lined up for you now.
Then we got
Our tags are not in the right place by the looks of it. So F1 and F2 is at the top, which will be corrected very shortly, I'm assured by my director. So Petra Klinger and Yongwon Chon are the 2 new athletes who are joining us on problem 1. So what I'd like to do in semi-finals is give each athlete a bit of an introduction while they're attempting problem 1. Petra Klinger, 22 years old, from Bonstetten in Switzerland. She's not made a final yet, but she's been very, very close. In fact, excuse me, she made Eindhoven in 2011 and Vienna in 2011, which I think was our very first coverage of an IFSC World Cup. Jongwon Chon, let's see if he's going to make this one with a flash. First attempt, and yes, he's a happy young man again. Another one of these young athletes, 18 years old, from Seoul. and he competed in a few lead events actually last year, and then did bouldering in Chongqing, finished 7th in Chongqing, so made the semi-finals, just missed out on the final spot. So obviously a very talented young climber, one to watch out for in the future, of which there are so many. Julia Kruder here, having a good pop at number 2.
There we go, come on Julia. Julia, part of a brother-sister semi-finalist pairing. Her brother Yerne qualified quite high. Spends a lot of time in the semi-finals.
The women's results don't seem to be updated as quickly as the men's. The men's have been measured on a very fast turnaround. Robert Anastasio completed problem 2 in 4 attempts. So far, 3 athletes have cleared problem 1, with Anastasio and Landman not managing. And John Won Chon is managing here. That's a beautiful move from Fuji. This is a tough one here on M3. I think M3 is going to really tell the men from the boys. That is a deep little inlet there, and it's sapping a lot of strength and power.
Yeah, come on, Marcia.
Come on, squeeze those things.
Come on, go get it.
Come on, Megan. Petra. Come on, Petra.
Klinger here, nearly. Yep, she's run out of time. She was oh no, she hasn't. That's 1 minute to go. I thought she actually just gave up there. She just ran out of energy. We did an interview with a chief route setter, Chris Danielson, here earlier, and he went through all of the problems with us. And what we're going to do is, excuse me, we're going to play that the interview in a short while, and we'll get his view on what he tried to do in setting all these problems. The reason we've left it a little while is we wanted you to get a view of all the 4 problems, and we'll just wait until... Oh, here's a move now on F2 and M2, both climbers together. Bolotnikov, who flashed problem 1, remember. Looks like M2 is not going to be for him. And time is up. So we're going to play a little interview shortly with our chief route setter. What we'll do is we'll wait for some of the climbers to get onto problem 4, and then we'll play that in about 5 minutes time. And you can hear what Chris thinks about all of the problems, going from men's 1 all the way through to female 4. And you can make a judgment on how it's turning out for him. I do remember the interview because he had a little giggle on his face when he talked about men's problem 3. He knew that one was going to be quite a tough one. So Sakoru Fuji fails on M3, and now it's Robert D'Anastasio. So Fuji's so far got 2 problems to his name, but that was his first failure on 3. A standard of climbing.
Come on, Rob.
Come on, Ty.
Tyler Landman there on M2.
Michael, let's go.
There we go, Mike.
Come on. Come on.
And there's Nanoka. And of course we saw her on problem 1. She was the girl who basically, she did the problem twice, but she never had control. And unless we have a very kind judge, I'm pretty sure that was
Come on. Let's go, Tyler. Come on, Tyler.
a non-top on problem one for Nanoka. Here comes Landman. With a GB on his back, he lived in London for quite a number of years.
Come on, Michael.
Just one of those little spells of rest period here. Claire Boonfound of the United States and Michael O'Rourke, I'm sure he's called Mickey by his friends, who are on problem number one.
Come on,
We'll
Claire.
find. "15 years old. How young is that? This is her first IFSC World Cup, and she's made a semi-final. So congratulations, Claire. That is an incredible effort. And Michael O'Rourke, 19 years old, from Boulder, Colorado. So pretty sure we're going to see him in Vail. He's competed in Vail in the past, and he's finished 22nd and 29. So this is his first ever semi-final. I'm pretty sure he'll be in Vail again next year.
Come on. Here we go.
But great to see some young Americans
Come on, Michael.
coming through. 15 years old. He's ridiculously young to be competing on the IFSC World Cup level and to actually make it through to a semi-final as well. The standard of women's climbing is absolutely amazing at the moment, and I hope you caught that interview with Anna Stöhr that we did earlier. So she talks all about it. I am keeping an eye on Twitter. IFSC.
Come on, Tyler. Finish this thing up. Come on.
Tyler Landman makes problem 2. He's back in the game. Having failed with one, that was an important one for him to get, and he's just gone and done it. Robert Anastasio on the M3 in the bottom left corner.
Come on,
A little bit older, 30 years old, this man. Nanoka, yeah, she's giving up the ghost. 15 seconds to go. Nanoka made it to the final in Innsbruck, I'm reliably told. And famous for having a SpongeBob SquarePants chalk back. Brilliant. So here we go, all 4 problems now. Finally we're going on all 4. And you can see on this camera here in the bottom right hand corner that we've got the men's problem on the right hand side, which is a little bit in the distance. These two look like absolute killers, to be honest.
I don't know, some guy from the prairie folk. The first look at problems 4.
Right, so as these climbers are going to attempt these problems, what we're going to do is play you the elongated version with Chris Danielson, where he's going to talk through every single one of the problems. He's going to explain what he was aiming for, and let's see what he says about each of these problems from M1 all the way through to 4.
Yeah, Marcia, come on.
It's interesting. I think it'll be a good test for right when they come out. And basically, it's kind of a bit of coordination. There's a move at the start where I think if you're strong enough, you could potentially just static through the move, but really it takes a bit of coordination to catch 2 holds. And then just a hard finish, basically. Just a powerful hard finish with a little bit of technique involved too, smearing on the wall, whether you jump or smear. There's kind of different choices, but it's a hard one, I think. So it's basically a lot of sloper compression. You know, it's pretty physical. Also, just coordination, having to get the moves and the position right. But it's fairly short. It's just pulling hard on slopers and finding the right balance. So number 3 is it's really like a crimp technical test piece. A lot of very small holds. I think if you look at the wall from afar, you probably can't see any of the holds. And it's a lot of moves and having to have the right position for all the moves. But if you have good finger strength and good tension, maybe you have a good chance. So number 4 is it's a lot of space. It's basically like starts off with a little bit of balance and kind of maneuvering past a couple of rooms and finding the right position to get into the steep section of the wall. And then it's basically just a straight, powerful finish with 2 moves. Men's problem 1, a little bit like men's 1 in the qualifiers. Basically, it's a little tricky. It's all volumes, and it's not so hard, but you really have to find the right position, and to do it in a short amount of time, I think that'll be the challenge. Men's problem 2 is fairly raw. It's just like very small holds on an arete, raw strength and physical power, and I think this will really show who has the best power. Men's problem 3 is on the steeper wall. A little bit similar to the qualifier that was in a similar wall today. It's basically powerful physical moves, a little bit gymnastic and some compression, a little bit of tension to a more vertical head wall where it gets a little more technical. So it's a lot of everything, and coming off of the first 2 problems, I think it'll be difficult. Men's problem 4 is a little bit interesting. You start trying to find your way out of a cave, basically. And then from that, a little bit good holds, but you have to find the right balance and take the feet in the right position and a hard compression move to finish.
Well, those were the wise words of Chris Danielson, the chief route setter here. We just saw Jongwon Chon clear M2 as well in the background. But Vasya Borotnikov of the United States nearly making M3 there. And problem 4 looking very tough for these athletes for sure. When Chris was talking, he was referring, of course, to the female problem, the women's problem first. And then the men's. I'm sure you worked that out as we were talking. On screen at the moment, on problem 1, Fanny Guibert of France, who's this is her 4th World Cup. She only just started competing this year. She's made 3 semis as well, so obviously a very talented climber. 7th, 11th and 13th. And Guibert, actually, I think we're wrong there.
Let's go, Vasya.
Yeah, I think our screen has changed a little bit early, but that was definitely Fanny Guibert of France. So next circulation, 21-year-old from Montpellier is Guibert. And next up is, just looking down the list here, it's Katharina Sauerwein of Austria, who's coming in, and Jason Holowak from Canada, local man. That's why we had a big cheer. He's on problem 1 at the moment on the men. Nice to see more than just Sean McCall, 29 years old from Saskatoon. Has only competed in 1 IFSC World Cup before. Here last year, finished 26th, so this is his first semi-final. And it is great to see so many of you watching. It's been covering the IFSC World Cup for many, many years. I even remember back to the early days of covering World Youth Championships back in 2002. And one of the amazing differences is that, of course, back then, as Jason is so close to making it here for Canada. Oh my goodness! Jason Holloway. The roof has just lifted up this building. Jason makes it. Sauerwein has a nasty little fall there on M1. But what a start for Canada.
Come on, Katerina.
Well, one of the comments I was going to say actually was that, of course, when I was commentating about 10 years ago on IFSC climbing, we were getting France dominating quite often with all 3 medals on the podium. And it's really interesting to see of late that France are no longer dominating the climbing scene, and we're getting athletes not just from one country in particular, from lots of different countries. And it really is fantastic to see. Claire Burfind, that's quite nice. Little manoeuvre, wedges her knee in, she can rest both her hands at the same time. You don't see that very often. Katharina Sauerwein from Austria. Sauerwein, sorry. She's been competing since 2011. In fact, she's been competing a little longer than that. Excuse me. She goes back quite a long time. She is 26 years old from Innsbruck. One of the gang that started with Anna Stöhr. Competed in lots of female youths in the early 2000s. And then started getting into the real big stuff with the grown-ups around 2005. Sauerwein. The Austrian team really do have a very professional setup here. Got their own physio, they really do look after themselves well and treat this sport so seriously. Sauerwein finished 7th in Innsbruck, so she just missed out on a final standing.
Come on, Michael.
And in fact, she's been a consistent semi-finalist, but she also competes in the lead side of things, where she makes semi-finals on a regular basis there as well. So she's one of those that does pretty well when it comes to the overall standings, overall rankings, because she's able to compete at both Boulder and lead. There's a brilliant interview with Sean McCall where we talk about his little head-to-head with Jakob Schubert. And if you do get the chance to catch that later on in the week, it will be released on the IFSC website. And please enjoy that little interview. Some really interesting stuff going on there. Sean's definitely going to be working on his speed bouldering. Just answering a couple of questions on the website on IFSC WC. Tag it on Twitter. Comes up on my screen. I do try and go through as many questions as possible. Santoka, well, the final is due to be 5 p.m. here, so that's in about 5.5 hours time. The final is due to start. Oh, Michael O'Rourke. Nearly. Made a big swinging effort on that top, but he leaves empty-handed. So that's an answer to Santoka. Nice to see people watching. Ian Gate up in Durham. Nice to see a few Brits watching. I'm sure you're looking out for Sean a little bit later on. Hi, Stephen Powers, first-time viewer, and I'm glad you're enjoying it. I wouldn't be reading it out if you said I was rubbish, of course. And usual couple of people who might be having YouTube problems, but there is a backup stream as well. Although I don't know why I'm talking to you, because if you can't watch it, then you're not really listening to me now. So I'll forget that one. James Cassay here of Australia, the first Australian to ever reach the final of bouldering, and of course we have 2 Australians in the semi-final here. So the Aussies are coming. James did a bit of commentary with us a few events ago with Dan Finn, 29 years old, has actually made a serious commitment to the tour this year. Competed in Chongqing where he finished 4th. Baku he was 7th. Semi-finalist at Grindelwald, finishing 16th in the end there. And then 27th in Innsbruck. So he wouldn't have been very happy with his last outing, but he's a very good climber indeed. And the competition is so hot that James Cassay here, look at the strength there as he reaches up. Oh, beautifully done. And he's got the power there. Just in one move, he doesn't even have to have a rest. In one move, he goes from right to left to right. And he just gets his foot right, and there's a top for Australia and James Cassay. Petra Klinger here in the bottom left corner on F3. We still haven't seen anybody get close on M4 yet. Jongwon Chon on M3. He's on a bit of a high. He's topped 1 and 2 in only 3 attempts. So if he can top this one, he's going to be eyeing a final. He'll be well aware that this is a great opportunity for him, and he's held on there. Beautiful climbing from Jongwon Chon. Julia Kruder from Slovenia on F4 as Chon hits the deck. And Vasya Vorotnikov of the United States on M4. It's nice that Kruder's got some holds there that match her outfit. Looks all very aesthetically pleasing. I'm sure the cameramen will be enjoying that. Aya Ono. Oh my goodness, Kruder! Kruder makes F4! Well, that's the first top on F4. And when I was looking at that earlier, that really looks tough. Well done, Julia Kruder. Those who know me from past commentary know that I like the odd joke or pun every so often, so I've always got to say that she always says "oh no" whenever she falls off. Was that a desert wind blowing in the background? I'm glad I got that out of the system. Aya Ono is 18 years old from Saitama in Japan.
Come on, Petra. Yeah, come on, Petra.
And she's been competing for a good few years. 2013 Innsbruck was her first World Cup. She's been a busy girl since then. She's been on quite a few events. She does a bit of lead. She finished 15th and 13th in the lead events. And in the last 2, she was in Chongqing in China finishing 12th, and in Innsbruck finished 19th. But when you're 18 years old, you've got plenty of years ahead of you. And certainly when we look at people like Anna Stöhr's record, when Anna was 18, and in the interview we played a little earlier, she was saying that when she won her first World Cup, she was 18 years old, realised that she might have something special to offer the sport, and she certainly has. Absolute dominance. And it's so fascinating now to see other climbers who are really giving her a bit of a challenge. Jorg Verhoeven of the Netherlands on M2. I do apologise that I've not given Jorg a mention yet. Jorg is 28 years old, actually living in Innsbruck now. And he's got quite an incredible record. He's always made a final, going back to the last 3-4 years. We have another switch around. Angela Payne is the reason. The Canadians are giving the Americans some good support here. And Jason Holowach of Canada is on M2. And that's a bigger reason for the Canadians to be getting excited, because he just flashed M1 with no problem at all. Jan Hoyer of Germany, who won the World Cup in Chongqing, has entered the arena here. And he won Grindelwald as well, I've been told. And yes, he did. I'm just looking at his record. Finished 10th in Innsbruck, so he was out the final in Innsbruck. But he is one of those athletes, if you look at his record, he's always made finals, just about. Very rare he doesn't make finals. He's one to watch out for. Watch him make mincemeat of this problem one, to be honest. He's a very powerful young man, and you can see he's storming up here so far. Katrina Sauerwein on 2. Angela Payne doing well here on F1. This is her first attempt. Oh, that little reach across to the right always seems to catch them out early on in the ladies. Meanwhile, Jan Hoyer, you just sense he's always in control. No problem whatsoever. Jan Hoyer flashes M1, and you can see that means something to him. A big clench of the fist there. There's a big cheer for Miho Nanoka on F4. So that's our second top of the ladies.
Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay. Let's go, little Jay.
Come on, Jason. There we go. Come on. Tight, Jay.
Tyler Landman on his final problem. Tyler completed problem 2 in 4 attempts, but he hasn't completed any of the others. So far he's outside the placings. There's Angela Payne. Can she make it? Can she reach across? This is a tough one. Oh no. There is no grip at all on that top one. Jason Hollowatch on problem 1. Sorry, on problem 2, and he's down. Jason flashed problem number 1, so he's got a bit of momentum on his side. But problem 1 does seem to be, I'm just looking down the list, 7 people have done men's problem 1 so far. So I think it's fair to say that if you want to qualify for the final, you certainly have to do problem 1 on the men. You're probably going to need to certainly get a couple more, if not all 3. Of course, some of the big names are still to come. This is what I love about the way that they invert the table for the semi-finals. And we get better and better athletes coming through. Michael O'Rourke making a big effort here. We've not seen M3 cleared before, and he's down. M3 is still yet to be cleared by anybody. Less than a minute to go. Just keeping an eye on our live scoring. We don't seem to get in so many live scores from the women's side of things. I'm not sure why, but we're going to be keeping it. The men seem to be updating very quickly, so I'm just going to check on the technical side, and we'll try and get back to you. But we're running out of time. 25 seconds to go. Angela Payne's making a big effort here. So is Jason Hollowatch, and so far, 7 seconds to go. Jason's been cheered on by the fans, but he's not going to make it. So next rotation. Marine Fevenier of France on problem 1 on the top left, and it's Janet Crude.
Yuri Kruger has appeared on problem 1. As has Marine Fevenier from France.
So Cruder is the man who, was it Grindelwald? Missed isolation by 6 minutes. So the men's final at Grindelwald was only a 5-man affair. And Cruder was officially finished in 6th there. He was just outside. He just missed the final by 1 place in Innsbruck. Seems to be an unlucky man. In Vail 2013, just missed the final as well. So Cruder is one of those athletes who has always been just on the verge of qualifying, and sadly for him, on the one occasion he did actually qualify, he missed isolation, which if you're into a bit of ironic humour, then I'm sure Journey wasn't too happy about that at all, missing it by 6 minutes. James Cassie on the right from Australia. Aya Ono making good progress for the ladies on F2, and Cruder is 23 years old from Slovenia. It's nice to see a few people on Twitter watching from Australia. I believe it's around 2 in the morning. And yes, apologies. Problem 4 for the men. We don't have the best view of it from our camera. We do appreciate that. In fact, you can get a decent view of it in the bottom left as well. If you can see, it's sort of you get a bit of a view of that same problem from the bottom left camera as well. But it is a bit of an awkward angle for this particular problem. This wall hasn't been one of the easiest ones to set for from the chief route setter's point of view, as well as from coverage point of view. We did do a couple of very last minute changes to our camera positions to try and give you the best possible. Hi Paul Crawford, you're in Toronto, why aren't you here? Or maybe you're talking, no, you're not in Toronto, you're watching the coverage in Toronto. Tell me where you are, everybody. We'll try and give you a mention. It's a lovely sunny day here in Toronto, but to be honest, what better thing? Grab yourself a drink, sit down, get yourself on a 50-inch LED screen. This is HD coverage here on YouTube, so you can watch it in great detail. It's nearly as good as being here. It's a fantastic atmosphere. Marine Fevenier of France, just coming off there, going for the big final reach. Marine is one of those athletes. She's 24 years old from France. She's been competing for the last 3 years seriously. Does a bit of lead also, as so many of these talented climbers are. James Cassay is on the verge of 2. Oh my goodness, well done. James Cassay clears 2. And he's right back in this. That's 2 out of 2 he's got. He flashed problem 1. He could be making the final. There's a big cheer here on M4. We haven't seen M4 completed before. Oh my goodness! Jongwon Chon is the first man to complete M4, and he puts his hands to his head and he blows a big kiss to the crowd. We don't see it on camera, but he is thrilled. What a climb from Jongwon Chon, and he didn't complete M3, but that could have put him in the final. M4 looks like an absolute killer of a problem, and the Korean just nailed it. We're looking at Petra Klinger here. Miho Nanoka has finished her. Oh, here's a Fevenier clears. No, well, she's nearly cleared, excuse me. Klinger clears. Fevenier fails at the very last. It's that little smooth top hold which always, and oh no, was so close. Change over time. Cheers for Jason Hollowach on M3. Claire Beerfine and Michael O'Rourke on F4 and M4. These are their final problems. So Jongwon Chon, 3 tops from 5 attempts and 4 bonuses from 7. That's his tournament complete. Let's see what the others can do. He's currently in first place. Of course, he was one of the early guys out there. So D'Anastasio has finished with 1 top. Tyler Landman has finished with 1 top. And Kokoro Fuji, I think, is a little bit further down the leaderboard. We'll check on that in a second.
There we go. Come on, Jay. Yeah, Jay. Yeah, Jay. Come on. Come on, Casey.
superb event here in Toronto. Locals, it's been beautifully organised. The internet has been fantastic. The organisation has been fantastic. The volunteers have been fantastic. And the climbing, hopefully, will live up to it also. Roland Rugens on M1 from Latvia. Yet another country that we're seeing on the IFSC World Cup Series. 22 years old from Riga, and has yet to make a final, but has been in a few semis of late. Made the semis in Chongqing, in Baku and Grindelwald. There's Jan Hoyer, M2, no problem whatsoever for the top German. He hasn't won 2 World Cups this season for nothing. He's one to keep an eye out for later on.
All right, Jay, come on, Jay. Come on, Jason. Yes.
On Vera Seelstra of the Netherlands on F1. Vera, 26 years old,
Come on, Jason.
has been climbing a long time. Vera, she's goes back. Her record goes back to 2002 in the youths, and it looks like her first event with the adults was in Purs, Belgium, 2005. Okay, just having a little chat with Graham Alderson here, who's the IFSC technical delegate, and I thought our results system was not working, but actually it's me who's not working very well this morning. The men's results that are coming through to me are looking fine, and what's happening is I actually thought that there was something wrong with the IT system. What's actually happening is that none of the ladies are managing problems 1, 2 or 3, and the only people who are topping problem 4. You can see, and the bonus column is updating as well, but and you can go. Yeah. So we do think, obviously, there's still a lot of very top climbers to come, and as we've seen earlier on, a couple of the girls nearly did problem 1 and just didn't manage it. Yeah, and just didn't manage it because they just couldn't get a grip on that small hold right at the top. You can see on problem M4 here, this a really unique start, isn't it? He has to crunch himself in there as a starting spot. Then he has to go around the corner. And then he's into a bit of normal climbing. So somebody was having a late night beer on that one. James Cassay, who's top 2 of the problem so far, looking good on M3. and Jeremy Boulder from France. One of our previous features, I'm told by my director, is we did a feature with Jorg Verhoeven of the Netherlands. He's a very tall climber, and he talks about the problems of being a taller climber, and how, of course, it can have its advantages. Most people would think that a taller climber is going to be better than a shorter climber, but this sort of problem actually is a tough one for him, because he has to cram himself into such a short space there, and as you see, he's having a good look around. He's got his toothbrush out, just doing a little bit of self-maintenance on the wall. But Jorg Verhoeven having a good look here. So yeah, so far the ladies, only problem 4 has been matched by the girls, and only 3 girls so far have done it. That's Nanoka, Klinger and Kruder. But still, we've got half the field yet to come, including the famous 5. So we can be pretty sure that they're going to manage a little bit more than just the one top. We're just looking at Jörne Kruder solving M2. Graham Alderson's just next to me, and Graham knows something about this problem M4. Graham, say hello to everybody first of all. You've got about 3,000 people watching live. Tell us about problem M4.
Yeah, hello everybody. Hello Adrian. It's going well today, isn't it? It's really interesting boulders, nice and colourful. The guys have obviously spent their time making sure things look nice as well as working. But men's number 4, I believe that the start of it might be based on a famous hard V diff, which is actually a very easy grade at Stanage in England on the gritstone. It's called Bowler's Crawl. It's graded hard V diff 5V. It's very famous in Britain.
That's fantastic, and there's probably a lot of you out there who've been nodding your head, who'll have heard of that. So keep popping in, Graham. Keep giving us those gems. We want more of that. Thank you, buddy. James Cassay is on M3, having a good look at this one. We've only got a minute to go. The pressure is on these. Jorg Verhoeven struggling there on M4. He's really having a tough time of it on that one. Jorg Verhoeven there has managed to make the transition. There's only 20 seconds to go. Here's a move from Cassay, 10 seconds to go. Can he make it? The strength on this man. 4, 3, 2, he's done it! Oh my goodness! The time has gone, and Cassay gets the 3rd top. Oh my goodness. Well, talk about leaving it to the last second. And as he leaves to go and have a rest, we get another Australian on problem 1. Wow. That was pretty amazing, wasn't it? Akio Noguchi, the first of our famous 5, enters the arena. What can you say about Akio that hasn't already been said? 25 years old, and well, if you just look at recent bouldering attempts, going back to the Vienna 2012, first, third, second, second, third, fourth, third. Incredible consistency. And just because she got bored with doing a bit of bouldering, she did some leading crange, and she won the silver medal there. Thomas Farrell tops M1. I didn't realise that Noguchi did a lead event. I must have missed that one myself. But once a great climber, always a great climber. And Noguchi, as most of the athletes, as you probably realised in the past, and certainly with Anna Stöhr as well, a lot of these girls started as lead climbers. Now Noguchi, nobody has solved problem 1 yet for the women. Is Noguchi going to do it? This is tough. There's two girls have made this stage and not finished. Noguchi's getting her position right. Oh my goodness! Noguchi, the first woman to complete F1. And amazingly agile, and it was all about the body weight at the end, wasn't it? She knew that the balance wasn't right. She turned her left leg in to get a little bit of extra weight in towards the wall, and it was there that she actually then just pulled a little bit of extra balance into the wall, and amazingly she topped problem 1. Thomas Fell from Australia, 25 years old. He's another Australian who's been competing on a few of the World Cup stops. He made the semi-final in Innsbruck last time out. That was his first semi-final in the IFSC World Cup Series. And, well, of course, this is his second, and he's just topped M1 there. Absolutely loving the atmosphere here. I hope you're enjoying the coverage. Apologies, I'm not always able to keep an eye on the Twitter, but I am trying to do as much. Nice to see Bert Valkenburg, Callum Forsyth in Edinburgh, in very cold Edinburgh. I remember going up to Raffo for the World Youth Championships. I think it was back in 2002. And Sport Climbing Australia. What time is it over there? Yeah, a few cheers for James there. I hope I'm saying his surname right. Cassay? I hope so. Well, he's on 3 out of 3. He's looking very good for now. Big cheers here on M4, Jason Holloway. He hasn't managed 2 or 3 yet. He flashed problem 1. He's probably not going to have done enough to qualify for the final, but he'll be thrilled with his performance here. Now Jan Hoyer on M3. Only Cassay. In fact, Cassay was the first person to solve M3 on the list, so this will be interesting to see if Hoyer can do the same. Hoyer oh, look at this. What power. Oh, Jan Hoyer of Germany makes it on problem M3. Wow. And he has a little lie down there. Well, this is a man who's got 2 World Cup golds and a World Cup silver to his name in the 4 events so far. So you could say he's the form man. Vera Silstra on F2. F2 has not been solved before either. And so close there. And in fact, that little hold at the top on M2 looks as if it is achievable. Roland Rugens on M2. M2's only been solved by a few people so far. And oh, doesn't grip. And there's a clench of the fist there as Rugens gives it up. And we have a changeover. James Holloway holds his hands up to the crowd. He's had a great time of it. And, well, the legend that is Anna Stöhr. There's a sign up here saying there's a storm coming. And here she is. She won every event in 2013 except for one, where she finished second in Innsbruck. Of all the events for her to not take the gold, it was her hometown. And she is really fiercely competitive. And there was no doubt about it. She wants to win gold here. She said earlier that she feels that the competition level in the women's has gone up a little bit. And she feels that it's a great time to be a woman boulderer. We've got the famous 5, and there are people who are not going to qualify in the women's event who are absolutely fantastic boulderers. Well, we've just seen Akiya Noguchi be the first female to make this problem 1. And Anna had a little problem there. She was just trying to transition. Stefan Danker, meanwhile, he's going to have no problems at all. Dankeschön. So Dankeschön indeed. He completes number 1, 25 years old from Naunstadt. James Cassay is looking in M4 to be the first man to get the clean sweep, and nobody's done it yet. James Cassay, a lot of eyes on him. I think if he gets this, he's going to have an excellent chance of qualification. Just having a look, he flashed problem 1. It took him 4 attempts on problems 2 and 3. And he's moving up nicely here. Now he's done an awkward part here. And we've typically found that when the athletes get to this stage that they can finish off. So hopefully Cassay, I'm not saying, oh, he got his left foot long. Oh, commentator's curse. I'm sorry, James. Oh, that was a definite mistake there. He just got his left foot long, and that took him off the wall. Anna Stöhr is having problems here on 1. No problem here. It's this transition. Oh, this time. And this is what just separates a class climber from the rest. It wasn't working for her that way, so she did it a different way. And look at this, she's just walking up there like I'm climbing the stairs. Oh my goodness. Oh! Oh, now she was not expecting that, and maybe she did the others so easily. She made the mistake that some of the other athletes made earlier. That little volume at the very top is as slidey as it comes, and that is catching her out. It caught quite a few of athletes out. 2:10 in the morning in Australia. James Cassay, his parents are here, Tibor and Aggie. Give him a little shout out. James having a final attempt, 1 minute to go. And Anna Stöhr here. Yeah, so she's realised that's the way that she can get across there quite easily. She has no problem on this, but the thing is she can't be too confident. It's this section. She's in the patch. She tried to do it too quickly. Oh, she's trying to do it. Oh, Anna. Oh, head into the hands. 30 seconds to go. She's probably realising she hasn't got enough time to do this now, and she gives it up. My goodness, Anna Stöhr does not complete F1, and you just felt that perhaps, oh, James nearly gets to the next level. You just felt that with Anna, that she possibly got a little bit too confident on her 3rd attempt, and Akira Noguchi took her time, was very careful. She topped. Anna Stöhr almost, you felt, tried to do it a little bit too quickly, and she paid the price. Tsuku Hori of Japan on male 1. There's only 4 more climbers to go after him. 24 years old. Hori, another one of these athletes who's always in the semis, and he makes the odd final as well. 5th last time out in Grindelwald. Did not compete in Innsbruck. And Charlotte Duif of France in F1. Do hope you're enjoying the commentary here, and hope you're enjoying the action. It's currently 12:15 in the early afternoon. The sun is bright and high. We're in an indoor warehouse, which is the Gravity Climbing Gym here in Hamilton, Ontario. We're about an hour's drive away. Tsuku Hori absolutely making mincemeat of M1 here. No problem for him. Tsuku Hori made that look very easy. No problem whatsoever. Akira Noguchi here on F2. Now remember, F2 has not been completed yet, so this will be very interesting And she's off. Jan Hoyer. Oh, Jan Hoyer makes it on F4. And he's the first man to complete 4 tops. And in fact, the man who nearly completed 4 tops, James Cassay, just come to join us. James, tell us, how did it go for you?
I thought that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the boulders. I got really tired, so pumped in the end there. It would have been nice to get the last boulder, but I'm obviously not training long enough problems.
Well, we were watching you on the last one, and we just felt that you just made a mistake with your foot, that you'd done the difficult part, and that when the other people we've seen have generally topped 4 when they've got to that stage, you just seem to get your left foot caught.
Yeah, I was just too pumped, to be completely honest. I was kind of locked in there. I had nothing left in the tank, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, brilliant performance from you today. You've top 3. You know, we're just looking at the leader table here. Like Jan Hoyer looks as if he's going to, he's topped all 4. But you're in that position where, you're strangely hoping for a few people to drop off a little bit, and you might make it with 3 tops.
Yeah, very true. It's as harsh as it might sound. It would be nice for everyone to fall off.
I know climbing people are all such nice people. At the end of the day, you've got to look after yourself. But James, brilliant performance, and your parents are here as well, so you're having a great time.
Yeah, no, definitely. They come out from Australia to watch me compete and to support the other Aussies. We've got Tom Farrell climbing at the moment. Yeah. I can see on the score he's splashed the first boulder, on the second one now, so best of luck to Tom.
And people back home at your gym in Melbourne, I'm sure I know it's 2 in the morning there, but have you got a message for your friends?
Just like to thank you very much for staying awake to watch. I know they are. So thank you very much. I love you all.
James, we might see you a bit later on. Thank you very much. Yeah. We've got a top, Akio Noguchi, the first person to top F2. Sorry about that. I was just talking to James there as he's headed off into the distance. Lovely to chat to James. But Akio Noguchi completes female 2. And now, those problems that were looking all so tough just half an hour ago, Akio is just running through them like a knife through butter at the moment. Charlotte de Reef. Now she's having a problem here. Now this is this F1 was really catching a few people out. While we've just got some of the other climbers coming here, Jan Hoyer of Germany. Jan, you're just looking at the leaderboard that we've got on our screen here, and you're seeing that you're looking top of the tree at the moment. You must be quite happy.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, it was really fun to climb the problems. I got so lucky in problem number 3. After my first try, I didn't think that it was possible for me, but then, yeah. Well, I hope nobody saw my first try on problem number 4. It was so embarrassing. But
we'll look it back up on the replay a little bit later on. But Jan, your form has been amazing. You've got 2 golds and a silver, which isn't bad considering Dimitri and Killian, and there's some brilliant climbers here. You must be so happy the way you're climbing at the moment.
Oh yes, I am. I really sacrificed a lot and tried to focus on the competition season, and I'm feeling pretty prepared right now, and that's what I'm happy about. It's all about making finals, so if you get lucky and end up on the podium, that's cool, but if I make finals today, I'm so happy.
Yeah. Well, you're looking good with 4 tops and not too many attempts either, so we'll see how things go. But Jan, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Jan Hoyer there, who's currently top of the men's leaderboard. We're just looking at Julian Wurm of Germany, so Jan's compatriot, and Julian, oh really, Jan's girlfriend. And so Juliana comes off there, and Juliana is actually Jan's girlfriend, so he was just watching on the screen and telling me how to pronounce her name, which is always very handy. Anna Stöhr on F2. There's a lot of pressure on Anna. She's She obviously failed on her first attempt on problem 1. In fact, well, she failed on all her attempts on problem 1, of course. But there's a lot of pressure, you know. She knows she's the top of the tree. Juliana of Germany having a good look at this one, and you know, this is one of the differences with some of the top athletes. They're very happy to just rest their arms a bit. They don't have to get on the wall too quickly. Juliana has she's had a great time, and of course Kilian Fischhuber, do excuse me for not mentioning one of the all-time greats of climbing who's made it onto M1. Kilian, 30 years old from Innsbruck. He just makes final after final. Anna Stöhr, big attempt on F2. And this is where the men from the boys get separated now. This is where it's do or die. And Anna Stöhr will know that having not made F1, she really has to put the big effort in here. Oh, she's done it! Oh my goodness, the pressure was on. And Anna Stöhr has completed F2, only the second female to do so. What a performance. Well, Juliana is certainly having a good rest here. She's taking her time. Jörne Kruder on M4 is close to the top here. Oh yes, Kruder makes it on M4. And that's going to make things a little bit interesting. Wave to the crowd. Kruder currently in 15th spot. I don't think that's going to make much of a difference. Juliana Wurm here on F1. Is she going to make it? This is the difficult bit. She has to get her body weight. This is not over yet. She's got to get her body weight right to get both hands on. There is no... Oh, she's done it. She's done it. Well, that was a different way from Noguchi. But Juliana Wurm is only the second female athlete to complete problem 1. And the famous 5 are at it again. Kilian Fischhuber staring at M1. This would be a real shock. M1 has been solved, and in fact it's over. So Fischhuber does not manage M1. That really is quite a shock. Guillaume Mondet of France, and it's the Putsch. Alex Puccio joins the party on female 1. Puccio, 24 years old, a constant finalist on the IFSC World Cup. Actually, she missed out in Innsbruck. She finished 9th in Innsbruck. Not actually medalled since Munich 2013, where she took the silver. And Guillaume Mondet, 27 years old from France, the number 1 Frenchman in the bouldering competition. I was saying to Graham Alderson a little bit earlier that 10 years ago when I was doing commentary on climbing, the French were dominating. We were getting quite a few podiums where France were first, second and third. Well, that's long since gone, and here's Puccio. Come on, Alex, this is the awkward bit now. Now, sometimes they've been a little bit too confident. Puccio, oh, and she's done the same mistake that we saw from Anna Stöhr. Charlotte Duif here, looking to be only the 3rd female athlete to solve problem 2. And Monday is off on M1. Akio Noguchi on F3. And in the bottom left corner. Just love covering the semi-finals. Yeah, and the dust is starting to get into the air. I know my throat feels terrible. I do apologise. Just need to cough every so often because the dust is around. You can see in the bottom left corner in HD, it's almost like a snowstorm. The dust is coming in and going across the climbing wall. So everybody having a rest. Now, this is definitely one of the differences as we move to the sort of top athletes. They're very happy to just take a minute to just rest their arms. And how easy did Alex Puccio just make that look? I think she's got the strongest arms in the women's tour on the IFSC. I have said occasionally we should do an arm wrestling competition just to, one night and let Puccio destroy everybody. Put it on YouTube, yeah. Puccio makes it. Well, she didn't make the same mistake second time around. And Monde of France takes him 2 attempts. Thomas Farrell here on M3 is doing well. He's got over an awkward section, but then goes off. So Youngwon Chon so far in second place, James Cassé in third. At the moment, Akiyo Noguchi is top. She's completed 2 tops. Looking to try and get her third here. No woman has completed F3 yet. You can actually see Noguchi in the bottom right corner as well, if you want to get a good view of what she's doing here. Oh! What a reach there from Noguchi. Noguchi's moving up. Can she do it? Oh my goodness! Noguchi is on fire! Akiyo Noguchi, well, when she came onto the platform, no woman had done problems 1, 2 or 3, and Noguchi's just gone and done all of them. She will be in the final, no matter what she does on 4. Just looking at the so there's a big cheer here, and probably a good enough reason. Mr. Sean McCall has entered the arena. He knows a thing or two about Canadian climbing, and he was second after qualification. 27-year-old from North Vancouver. He lives a lot in Europe at the moment. Just chatting to one of the officials, not even starting. How cool is this? 30 seconds on the clock. Sean's just having a little chat with somebody. Shauna Coxey, she is on a roll on F1. We did a brilliant interview with her yesterday. Really look forward to seeing that released on our YouTube channel. And Juliana Wurm on F2, which is a problem that only Noguchi and Stöhr have managed so far, and Wurm is off. Coxey, she's won the last 2 World Cups. This is the awkward bit for Coxey now. She's getting her body. Now, it looks as if she might make a reach for this. If so, she might come off, unless she can get her body balanced. Yeah, she's got to do something a bit different. Oh! And did the judge give her the thumbs up? I think the judge gave her the thumbs up. That's the top for Coxey. Wurm's having a good look. Here's McCall. I tell you, this man is so well supported here in Canada. The cheering during the qualification was something different. And I hope you can get the atmosphere back home that we're experiencing here. There he goes. Well, Sean McCall is as cool as a cucumber, isn't he? And they're pretty cool. Yeah, he just had a chat with a judge for 45 seconds and then went up and flashed it. Here's Killian Fishuber on M2 now. Killian did not manage problem 1, and that's got to be a worry for him. Killian did not manage problem 1, and so at the moment he's he's virtually in last position at the moment because he hasn't managed any problems. So Killian must really get this problem 2. He is the defending champion here, as is Anna Stöhr. 3 Germans on the wall. Yeah, good spot. Well, for those of you Germans who are keenly watching this at the moment, we did a great video with Udo, the German coach in Baku, talking about training advice. And one of the interesting features, as we just watching Fishuber here, this is a must top for Fishuber. It's an absolute must top. Here's the reach. Oh! Did he just do that with his left hand? Excuse me. You're supposed to do that with your right hand, aren't you? Killian Fishuber. I think that counts as showboating in my book. There was Jeremy Bonder of France completing M4. But do go to that video of with our German coach Udo, and talking about getting the Germans to get into skateboarding and basketball and to do some other sports, just to give them a little bit of confidence, a bit of all-round confidence. And in fact, they enjoyed it so much. Everybody's got skateboards around here at the moment. Even Anna Stöhr's got a skateboard now. So far, the top 5 is Hoyer, Chon, Kase, Bonder and Fuji. But of course, there's some pretty talented guys on the way up right now. Hoyer is the only person who's completed all 4 problems. Juliana Verm. This is the big move. That's a fair... Ooh, she actually misjudged that reach, and she's not going to do it. So Verm... So Juliana Verm, as we move to the next round of athletes. And from Korea, these are the final athletes now. Sol Sa of Korea, who was top of qualification. And from Russia, it's Rustam Galmanov. Well, Dmitry Sharafutinov could not make it. He lives in the Ekaterinburg in Russia, and it's a tough ask for him to go and sort out visas, although I do believe he's going to be coming over to Vail. So Rustam Galmanov, 26 years old, actually born in Kazakhstan, and he's only competed in 2 World Cups so far, but 2 bronze medals in Baku and Innsbruck. Let's find out about Sol Sa, because I'd never heard of her, to be honest. And she's really only started on the... She actually climbed in Chongqing 2012, finished 15th there. Did a bit of lead climbing. She went to Jordan in Amman and finished 13th there. As Glorion Monde of France makes M2 look easy. That was incredibly solid. Well, look at the power on Puccio here. This girl's upper body strength is phenomenal. I remember her in Arco with the... oh, she just didn't get the grip on that top one though. So Salsa, more of a lead climber, to be honest. Her last two events were lead events in Perth, Belgium 2013 and in Mokpo in Korea, obviously her home country. And she finished 17th and 12th there. So she really has been a shock element, but she produced a phenomenal qualifying event on the bouldering. But of course, the slate is wiped clean. The problems are harder. And Salsa has it all to do again. And I think it's fair to say that there'd be some very shocked faces around here if she made it through to the final. But she did put in the most amazing qualification. But it looks like she's going to be struggling here. She's having trouble even getting to the bonus. So, just looking at the leaderboard, we're not allowed to put it on the screen actually. Our very nasty chief official here, Graham Alderson, has threatened me with the chop if I put it on the screen on the webcast. It actually goes on the big screen for everyone to see, and it would give athletes an unfair advantage. Graham's about to just explain why we're not putting the screen on.
Well, we could either put the screen on all the time so all of the athletes know the scores, but to just put it on at the end. So, for example, the famous 5 girls can all see that number 4 is possible. So they might think, okay, I only need the top 2 boulders, I'll save myself. So that's why we're not putting it on just at the end. In the finals, we'll have it on for every boulder, so it's different in the final. But in the semi-final and qualification, we have to be fair and equitable to all of the athletes. That's why we're not putting it on. So, sorry viewers, but there is a reason.
Okay, I think I can live with that. Rustam Gomanov is having problems on M1. And Akiya Noguchi gets the clean sweep. So Jan Hoyer gets the clean sweep for the men, and Noguchi just does it for the women. She will be in the final. There's pretty much no doubt about that. In fact, she's done it in not many attempts either. So that will appear any second. So Puccio having issues on F2. Salsa currently hasn't got to the bonus yet on. Oh, here we go. Now this is interesting. She's got to cross there. Now this will make it. Now she should get the bonus hold here. And then, oh dear. I do love problem. This is where bouldering, Graham. This is why bouldering is so exciting, isn't it? F1 is a beautiful problem. There's a little bit of a toughness early on. There's that awkward little reach, and then just when you think you've got it at the top, like Anna Stöhr did, you put in the slipperiest hold of all time at the top. So when they put their hands on it, they just slide off.
Yeah, I think a lot of the athletes will look at the top and think, okay, when I get that top hold, game over. But the resetters, as usual, are being evil. So it ain't over till it's over.
Yeah, I think you have to be a little bit of a bit of a sadist, really, to sort of, you must like giving the punishments out, thinking, right, that's going to really mess them up when I do that. I think all chief route setters, they need psychological treatment, really, don't they? So problem 1 is now finished. So we are getting towards the end, and Akiya Noguchi has topped all of them. She's only had 7 attempts throughout. Now Shona Coxey and Sean McCall. I'll tell you what. Oh, now I've got to say, I think Sean actually he was trying the Hollywood move there, wasn't he? I think he let the crowd just egg him on a little bit too much, and he just wanted to nail it. Whereas all the other climbers who've done that one, they need a rest a little bit. They just need to get themselves prepared for it. Did you see Fishuber? Shona Coxey doing well here. Now, Graham, it's got to be fair to say that you do know Shona fairly well. She works for you, doesn't she?
No, she doesn't. I've known Shona since we used to do the British Regional Youth Climbing Series, so That starts at age 7, so I've known Shauna for about 14 years. Lots of the other British team members have worked for me, trying to work over the years, but not Shauna.
Not yet.
Shauna works at the hangar in Liverpool.
Oh, good girl. Are you just advertising a rival climbing gym? Well, Liverpool's a long way away from Sheffield. Here's Sean McCall on M2. Stefan Danker having problems on M4. And Anna Stöhr, now this is, I do apologise, but the big climb here is Anna Stöhr on F4. Because so far, Anna she's only got problem 2 so far. She must get this problem if she's going to have a chance at qualification, I feel. I know a lot of the other girls have struggled, but it's going to be quite tight. Like, do you agree, Graham? If she doesn't get this, she's in the hands of the gods, really, as to if she qualifies or not. Assume that she's got a cross in problem 3. She's going to have to do something here, isn't she? Because some of the other girls are getting the other problems.
Well, I mean, Alex has obviously done number 1 in 2 goals, so she's got number 3 and 4, and number 4 appears to be the easiest one. It's had more tops than any of the other boulders. So yeah, you're right. Alana's lifting the list, she's going to be on the edge.
Big cheers for Sean McCall here. And yeah, Anna Stöhr, some of the other girls have managed problem 4. And Anna seems to be having an off day here. The defending champion, we had a Stöhr-Fischhuber double. And at the moment, both of them are struggling to actually even make the final. This would be quite a shock. Fischhuber is on problem 3 in the bottom left-hand corner. And so far, I'm just having a little look here, Fischhuber has only 1 top to his name. But he doesn't even appear in the top 10 at the moment on the leaderboard. Here's Shauna Coxey. This is a big move for her. If she gets this, an excellent chance of qualification. The 1-minute whistle has gone. Oh, Shauna Coxey! Well, there's a sign up here that says Coxey rocks. And she certainly rocked here. Here's Sean McCall on M2. He's making a big effort. 40 seconds to go. Stefan Danker has nearly made it on M4 as well. And Fischhuber's putting a big push in on M3. Oh! Sean McCall tops M2. And here's Fischhuber. This is a big push for Fischhuber now. Can he do it? This could be the difference between qualifying or not. And Fischhuber, oh my goodness, he holds his hands up to the crowd. That could be good night Vienna for Fischhuber. And Anna Stöhr did not solve problem 4. And I think Anna Stöhr may not have qualified for the final. That is an absolute shock. She only got 1 problem out of the 4. We're just waiting for some of the stats to come in, but well, this sport is always full of shocks. It's currently 12:45, 1:45 in the afternoon here. In 4 hours' time, the finals will take place. We'll be live here, and I will hopefully have somebody with great climbing knowledge with me to talk you through the expert details. Galmanov goes with his right hand there. I still can't believe that Fischhuber did that problem and he lifted up with his left and actually reached out with his left. I don't think anybody's done it that way. So Salsa, yeah. So Guillaume Monde of France on M3. Anna Stöhr just came over to have a quick look at the leaderboard. She's not a happy girl. I think she's bitterly disappointed that she didn't make problem 1. And I think hopefully when she's calmed down a little bit, we might have a little chat with her about that, but she probably is kicking herself that somebody as experienced as her made that mistake on problem 1. She's still in, she's just in at the moment, but Salsa is nearly, she's on the verge of solving problem 2. Oh, wonderful! They'll be singing in the streets of Seoul tonight. It's probably around midnight there, isn't it? So for those of you in Korea who are watching, so Salsa, and here's Rustam Gomanov on M2. Oh, beautiful. So now it's just the bottom 2 that we need to look at. 2 minutes to go. Puccio and Monde on 3. You can see the chalk coming in. Oh, here we are. Our graphics man is giving us a close-up. Yeah, much better picture. I hope you're enjoying the coverage here. Do keep talking to me on IFSC. IFSC WC hashtag. Should I say that right? It's in the bottom right corner of your screen. But hello everybody. Hello Raina Hirsch, Kendo Alex, Jay Gold, Onyx. Glad you're enjoying it. Raina seems to be pretty upset that Anna may not have qualified for the final. I think it's in the hands of the gods. Yes, Super Sang from Korea. Hey, nice to see you watching. Tell me what time it is over there. Here's Puccio on F3. You can see look in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, the chalk dust making a bit of a snowstorm, and there's Charlotte Derif on F4. Well, with Anna Stöhr only getting 1 problem so far. Shauna Coxey's got 2, so I think Shauna's definitely in the final, no matter what. It's going to be interesting. Nanaka has done better than Stöhr in terms of her top, so you know it's going to be really close. It all depends on what goes on here. And Juliana Wurm, who started well, she's only had 1 top herself. Charlotte Derif, currently no tops at all, and she's having a problem with F4. This is going to be so tight. It really has been. It really is in the hands of the gods on this one. So I think it's fair to say, right. So we turn around, and it's Coxey, McCall on the left, and Juliana Wurm. So basically 2 tops will qualify. 2 tops will qualify an athlete to get through. Coxey is through to the final. Juliana Wurm, if she tops F4, she'll be through to the final. Kilian Fischhuber is on M4, and I think Kilian may actually even be out, even if he tops this, because the men have. I'm just looking down the list. 3 men have got 3 tops so far. Monde has got 2, Bonda 2, and Kilian isn't on the first page at the moment. So I think that problem 3 for Kilian was a real breaker for him. If he'd have made that top, then this would have been it. But here's Juliana Wurm on the left for Germany. Now, Graham, these athletes are all experienced climbers. Do you think that Juliana would actually know that she needs to top this? Will she have that feeling in her blood?
I think she knows it's a hard set, so I think she probably expects that 2 tops will get her through. But she's not going to know for sure because it's so noisy here. Often the athletes know exactly what they've got to do because they can hear, when an athlete pulls off and the seat counts. But here, the crowd are making so much noise. at stage, they won't know quite as much information as they have.
Juliana Verm. There's Fischuber on the right.
Here we go. Come on, Killian.
Oh, Killian. Come on. This is a big move for Killian. Can he top? He's so close. Surely he must do now. Yeah. No problem. Well, that's put the cat amongst the pigeons now. So Killian tops on 4. Coxey having trouble here on 3. And Sean McCall, only 2 male athletes have topped this problem so far. Juliana Verm. Oh, Sean McCall! If Sean tops this, I think he's guaranteed himself a place in the final. Can he do it? If he tops this, he's through to the final. Got to get his feet right. Oh! He knows he's done it. 3 tops for Sean McCall, and that will put him through to the final for sure. So that's 3. We've got Jan Hoyer with 4 tops, and then we've got 3 athletes with 3 tops. Yongwon Chon, Sean McCall and James Cassay. So James Cassay looks as if he's made the final. We've got Glorion Monde, Jeremy Bonder with 2 tops, Killian Fischuber with 2 tops, but it doesn't look, and looking at my screen, it looks pretty much like Killian has missed out. He's just going to be in 7th place, and so we're going to have a new champion here in Toronto. Juliana Verm. This is a great move. This will get her through to the final. Juliana, well, her boyfriend Jan Hoyer has made it through to the men's final. 30 seconds to go and she just misses out. Oh, look at this, the crowd are loving it. Superb, what an atmosphere here. But I think I can confirm that it looks at the moment, looking at the sheets, that our 6 finalists for the men are going to be Jan Hoyer, Yongwon Chon, Sean McCall, James Cassay, Guillaume Glorion Monde and Jeremy Bonder, with Fischuber just missing out, by the looks of it, by 1 attempt. If he'd have had 1 less attempt on problem 2, I believe that he would have qualified. And of course Gelmanov, who's not actually even on the first page yet, Rustam Gelmanov, who is now out there, and he's not had a great time of things. He's on problem M3. He did top problem M2, so he really needs to look at getting this top. And Glorion Monde, well, he's already through to the final, so the pressure is off him. In terms of the women's, Noguchi is through, Coxey is through, and then we've got a range of athletes who've only actually managed 1 top. It is a very tough set on the women's semi-finals. The women's qualification was possibly a little bit on the easy side, but they've certainly made up for it with this. Here's Gelmanov. Sean McCall just did entry. Here's Gelmanov. Can he reach the top there? Here's the big push. This is a tough one. There's nothing to grip onto. Well, that makes it easy. And Rustam Gelmanov gets his second top. And that could well put out Jeremy Bonder of France. Solsar. There's Puccio on the left. I think Puccio probably realizes that she needs to make this.
Come on, Guillaume. There we go. Come on, Guillaume. Allez, allez. No. Yes. Allez, allez.
Well, Killian Fisher just came over. I just realised that he's finished in 8th place, and was saying that he was very frustrated with his problem 1.
All right, Alex. Come on, Alex.
And really should have done problem 1. And I think if he looks at the leaderboard, he'll see that it was that cost him. Here's Puccio on F4.
Come on, Solo.
This is a problem that a fair few of the girls have managed.
Come on, work around this.
I've been told that Puccio hates slabs. And here we go. We've got slabs galore here. But she's getting there. A little bit of clever foot movement. Solsar here on F3. And Glevion Monde, he's having a few problems on M4, but I don't think he needs to worry, to be honest.
Come on, Alex.
And it looks like time is up. And Alex Puccio currently in 5th place. Glevion Monde of France. Puccio's having a final go, but she's got to be super quick. She's only got 20 seconds to go. Unbelievable. So we change around. Juliana Verm has just come next to me. Juliana, the problems are quite tough for the girls out there, huh?
Yeah, they're super hard, and already after the first boulder I was super pumped, and yeah, it was quite tough.
You're just looking at the leaderboard. It looks as if you've qualified. You know, Shauna and Alex are out there, but it looks like you've made top 6, so you must be happy. Even though you only top 1, you still done okay.
Yeah, if I'm in, it's cool. If not, it's a little sad, but we'll see.
Okay, Juliana, thank you. And Jan made it as well. he topped first. Topped everyone. So Juliana, a happy girl here from Germany. And here's Shauna Coxey and Sean McCall. Just 2 climbs to go. Yeah, just while we're watching Shauna here, Alex Puccio has come to see you. I haven't seen you for a few years. Alex, how are you doing?
I'm really tired right now, but I'm okay.
You were pumping up pretty much on some of those problems. The girls are all saying there's some tough setting on that one.
Yeah, I was sweating. My hands were just pouring sweat. And these volumes that Sean is on right now, they're not textured really. So if you have sweaty hands, like, it sucks. And you better pray that your hands are not as sweaty. And the boulders were hard. I mean, it kind of sucks falling, matching a hold, and also falling, grabbing the hold in the second one, and then like blowing off a crimp at like the easier part of the boulder on the third one. So, I mean, I feel like I fought really hard, so I'm happy for that.
Like, obviously it's hard out there when, you know, the problems are so hard set. Now, you know, you just realised that you're through to the final. So, in your mindset now, do you have to like try and clear your mind and go, right, get myself ready for the final, 4 different problems?
Yeah, I just hope they're a little more straightforward power. Like, I looked at the crimpy one, and I'm not the best at crimps, but I try hard on them, and I was actually psyched that I got as far as I did, and I had to dig really hard, so I'm happy to be in finals. And I kind of had maybe, I don't know, after the last climb, a suspicion that I could potentially be in finals because the boulders, they felt really hard, so yeah, I'm happy.
I remember speaking to you a couple of years ago, Alex, and you said to me back then that, you know, sometimes you have to have a bit of luck on the setting, and if there's a couple of real power ones, you can just nail them, because there's no doubt you're the most powerful girl on the circuit. And we'll just see Sean McCall. Sean! Oh, but, you know, is that still pretty much the same, Alex? You know, if you look at some problems and you go, oh, I like this, you know, you can see too that, you know, the other girls will struggle with, that you can do. Is that what you're hoping for in the final?
I mean, honestly, I haven't had the best season this year so far, and I think I'm just I'm happy that I'm here, so it's okay.
Alex, it's lovely to see you again, and we'll see you in the final. Take care. Shauna Coxey here. Oh, Shauna Coxey! Oh! She is one happy Brit. She's looking for her 3rd gold in a row, and Shauna Coxey. Sean McCall is in now. He's got 1 minute to go. He's making a big move on M4. Shauna Coxey, she tops 3 out of the 4. She'll be in 2nd place. Akiyo Noguchi. Oh, Sean, he's not messing around here. He's making a big move. The Canadian crowd are going crazy. Sean looking for a 4 out of 4. Can he reach the top? Oh! Absolutely incredible! Sean McCall, I think I'm right in saying, he's going to be 2nd behind Jan Hoyer. He's definitely through to the final. What a superb top. He topped all 4 of them, and we'll see him a bit later on. Shauna Coxey makes it through. She's in 2nd place. Sean McCall in 2nd place as well. And now the final climb. Sol Saar and Rustam Gaumanov. Now Gaumanov currently is not on the first page of a leaderboard. Oh, sorry. Yes, he was. Gaumanov has already qualified, so we do have our 6 athletes already there. Hoyer, McCall, Chon, Kassé, Monde and Gaumanov are our 6 finalists for the men, no matter what happens here. And for the women, I think I'm fair enough to say our 6 finalists will be Noguchi, Coxey, Nonaka, Verm, Puccio. But if Sol does this, we think she'll be in, because she's got 1 problem to her name, and if she can get the 2nd, that will put her into the top. And we think that Julia Kruder will be the person that will drop away. So we'll have a look at that in a short while. So all the pressure is on Sol Sa of Korea. If she gets this top, she qualifies and Kruder drops out. There's Gelmanov. It's all about Sa. And she's having trouble there. You heard, well, the face says it all. She didn't really like that from the off, did she? And well, it was really interesting to hear what Alex Puccio just said about that particular problem, that these green slabs just don't have anything on them in terms of grip. And the 20-year-old from the Cheongbuk province in Korea, if only she realised a top here will get her through to her first final in the IFSC World Cup Series. 1 minute 50 to go. Well, Gelmanov making this look easy. He had one attempt at it. And Sol Sa looks as if she is not going to qualify. But here's Gelmanov. This is the big push-up. And when they get to this point, they could just enjoy it. Gelmanov takes it. And Gelmanov will finish in 5th place with those 3 tops. Monday will drop to 6th. And Jeremy Bonder, Kilian Fischhuber, Kokoro Fuji and Journey Kruder will just miss out on the final. So we'll have a new champion. The defending champion is stood next to me, Kilian. How are you, Kilian? Are you okay?
I'm fine, thanks.
You were just saying to me earlier, just problem 1 you felt was the big issue for you.
I think if you want to make it through the finals, you're not allowed to make mistakes like me on Boulder 1, and so it's alright that I missed finals.
And incredibly, Anna did the same. She made a mistake on Boulder 1 and it cost her incredibly. So, you know, you and Anna are both, you know, amazing legends of the sport, and even at this age, you still make the odd mistake.
What age? No, yeah, it's okay to make mistakes sometimes, as long as it doesn't happen too often.
Yeah, and it doesn't happen with you guys very often at all. Well, we'll see you later, Kilian. But Sol Sa has given up on that one, and so we have our 6 finalists for the men, and we can put it up on screen now. So on screen coming up now, these are our results from the IFSC system, and there you see that's the order that they came in. Jan Hoyer, Sean McCall, Jongwon Chon, Rustam Gelmanov, James Cassay and Guillaume Lamont Monde. Those are the athletes who have qualified through. Sean McCall's just joined us. Come and sit down, Sean. Let's just have a quick word. You were showboating a bit on that last one, weren't you?
Well, it was hard. I couldn't see the screen. The screen, they didn't show the results. So, you know, I kind of have to think, I got to do this last one to secure my place in finals. I was hoping it was enough, and as it turns out, it was definitely enough. But you never want to say, like, oh, it's okay, I don't need to do this 4th boulder. Then you don't do it, and then you miss it by 1 or 2 tries. And so, you know, the crowd really helped me. It was on, like, the last 5 seconds. I was checking the clock, and it was okay, but yeah, I'm obviously super happy to be in finals.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, you know, you and Jan both absolutely nailed all of those, and it must give you confidence when you see that, you know, further down the board you've got people like Kilian who you know didn't manage 2 of them, and you know you and Jan, of course, is in incredible form himself. So it's going to be a great final, isn't it?
I think it's going to be a really great final. I mean, I see the results now. Jan and me, Yang-Won, Rustam, James, and Guillaume, and a few of them have been in finals before. I think James, I was in his first finals back when I won my first ones. You know, history repeats itself, so maybe, you know, you never know. But I'm really excited to see him in finals again, and yeah, I think it's going to be a really good show.
Fantastic, Sean. Good luck and brilliant to see you. And sadly, we won't have you on the commentary team, but it's better having you out there, mate. You know, you have fun.
Yeah, no commentary, but obviously it's my first finals of the year, and I'm ecstatic.
Brilliant. We're looking forward to it, Sean. Have fun. That's the men's group. We're going to have a look at page 2, actually, just quickly, for completeness. We're having a little technical issue on these results for the women. So what we'll do is we'll bring up the results from our other system for the women, because our little tick cross system seems to be having a slight problem with the women's competition, and we have a couple of false entries in there, and I don't know why, but hopefully we'll sort that out the next time around. We're just having a quick look here at this is page 2 of the men's. And let's have a look at the women qualification. So this is how the women's went, and straight from the IFSC database. Great stuff here. So Noguchi, Coxey, Nanoka, Verm and Puccio. We didn't get the famous 5. Anna Stöhr, the defending champion, is out, and she finished 8th in this event, and we'll probably be kicking. We were looking, hopefully trying to get a little chat with her, but Shona Cox is just walking past. Shona, come and sit down. You got a lot of Brits back home watching you. That was quite a tough set of problems out there, wasn't it?
Yeah, I had tried really hard. I think that's the hardest I've tried all year, so it's cool.
Just looking at the list, you know, you look at the person in 3rd place, she only got 1 top. So, you know, you and Akio pretty much nailed them. But it shows how tough it is, and people like Anna didn't make the final.
I know, that's absolutely crazy. I've just been watching the results. Fingers crossed that she was in, but unfortunately it's a great go sometimes. Yeah, I'm really happy with how I did. I'm a little annoyed about the 3rd boulder, but I was so tired after the 2nd.
Well, you've got to conserve that energy now because you've got a final. So what are you going to do? Are you going to try and just clear your mind and just, you know, sort of reset yourself for the final?
Yeah, I'm going to go get my lunch, if you let me go anyway. But yeah, I'm going to go get some lunch and just chill out, Skype my coach and my family and say hello. And then, it's not long till ISO again, so we don't have that long to kill.
Absolutely. Well, you go and eat, and, you know, a lot of people back home are cheering you on in 3 hours, 45 minutes. So it's going to be late back home. It's 10 o'clock at night, so it's not too bad. That's all right.
They stay up. Hopefully they stay up.
I'm sure they will for you. Take care. Have a good lunch. So that was Shona Coxey there, and that's page 1 of the leaderboard. Let's just have a quick look at page 2, please. Johnny on the scores, and yes, pretty much decimation there, isn't it, really? Nobody having much fun. No tops at all, just bonuses. And poor May Katake, who we did say is one of the younger. I think she was the one that was 15. She's certainly can put today down to experience. That was a very tough set for somebody so young. Wow. Well, that's very interesting, and I hope you've enjoyed the coverage. It was, I tell you what, absolutely brilliant to be back on the cycle again and doing commentary on the climbing. I hope you've enjoyed it. I do apologise that I've not been able to get onto Twitter so much. If you're in Australia, are you going to... Yes, Australia, you're going to bed now, and you're going to be up in 4 hours' time. So set your alarm clocks, 7 a.m. Australian Eastern Time. Watch James in the final. In fact, you're probably already in bed because you know that I'm only yabbering on, don't you? I will go through all the Twitters. Do please tweet us at using the hashtag #IFSCWC. And if I get the nod from my director, I believe we are going to close down. So that's the semi-final. Oh, there's just one little thing. Bear with me 1 second. Right, I am told there might be a little bit of controversy. We've had a fair bit of controversy over the times, haven't we, with Adam Onder and Shauna? And I believe there's a possible... I've been told it's not controversial from the official side of things. But I'm a media, I love controversy. I believe that there's an appeal that might be lodged by the Austrians for Anna Stöhr on a particular problem. Now, that will be interesting. Could it be problem 1 in that she may be claiming? No, problem 4, right. We'll see. There is going to be a claim and a query about problem 4 for one of the other athletes, which would put Anna potentially into the final. So I think it's a watch this space, but we will see. Anyway, I am going to go. I'm going to wrap up because we've all got things to do here and get ready for a final. Thank you for watching. My name's Adrian Battersby. This is IFSC TV. Goodbye for now from Toronto.